When your cat sleeps on you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable, warm, soft, comforting. It feels like love. But behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you might be missing messages they've been trying to send for years. Let's start with what that quiet, peaceful moment really means. Have you ever thought your cat sleeps on you just because you're warm? Most people do. It makes sense. You're basically a heated surface. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat isn't just choosing warmth. They're choosing vulnerability. Cats are wired to stay alert even when they sleep. In the wild, sleeping deeply in the wrong place can mean not waking up at all. So when your cat chooses to sleep on you, they're lowering their guard in a way they don't do lightly. And here's where it gets deeper. They're doing it on top of a living, moving, unpredictable being, you. Think about that for a second. They could sleep anywhere, a quiet corner, a high perch, a hidden spot, but instead, they choose your body, your presence. That means they trust you not just to exist, but to protect them while they're at their most defenseless. And by the way, if your cat ever suddenly stops sleeping on you, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means later, and it's something most owners wish they understood sooner. Have you noticed how deeply your cat sleeps when they're on you? Not just resting, but completely relaxed. Limbs loose, breathing slow. Most people think it's just because they're comfortable, but here's what's actually happening. A 2019 study from the University of Lincoln found that cats form secure attachment bonds with their owners, similar to how infants bond with caregivers. When they're near that safe figure, their stress levels drop. Another study in animal cognition research showed that proximity to a trusted human can lower cortisol levels in domestic cats. In simple terms, your presence calms their nervous system. Your body isn't just a place to sleep, it's a signal that says, you're safe now. And what makes this even more meaningful is they don't just feel safe around you, they feel safe enough to fully let go. That's not something cats give easily. Have you ever noticed your cat needing you before settling down, or rubbing their face against you right before they sleep? Most people see it as affection, maybe even habit, but here's what's actually happening. Your cat is marking you. Cats have scent glands in their paws, cheeks, and forehead. When they touch you, press into you, or sleep on you, they're leaving behind invisible chemical signals, pheromones. These signals say one thing very clearly. This is mine, this is safe, this is home. But here's the emotional reframe most people miss. They're not claiming you like an object, they're including you in their inner circle. Think about that for a second. In a cat's world, scent defines family, it defines territory, it defines belonging. So when your cat sleeps on you, they're not just near you, they're blending you into their identity of safety. And once that happens, you're not just their owner anymore, you're part of their world. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Have you ever wondered why cats instinctively seek closeness like this? Even the most independent cats still do it. Most people think it's just personality, but here's what's actually happening. This behavior goes all the way back to kittenhood. When kittens are born, they sleep pressed against their mother and siblings. It keeps them warm, protected, alive. Behavioral scientists have observed that this early life closeness becomes deeply embedded. It's not just comfort, it's survival memory. And here's where it gets powerful. As adult cats, they carry that instinct forward. But now, instead of their mother, they choose you. Think about that for a second. Out of everything in their environment, you become the one they associate with safety at their most vulnerable moments. That's not random, that's a role, and you've been placed in it. Have you ever noticed your cat doesn't sleep on everyone the same way? Maybe they ignore other people in the house. Maybe they stay distant with guests. Most people assume cats are just picky, but here's what's actually happening. Cats are selective with vulnerability. Sleeping on someone means giving up control. It means trusting that person not to harm them, not to disturb them, not to make them feel unsafe. And they don't give that level of trust freely. So when your cat chooses you, they're making a decision, a quiet one, but a powerful one. Out of everyone in their world, you are the safest place they know. And what makes this even more meaningful is they're choosing you over instinct, because instinct says stay hidden, stay alert, stay alone. But your cat overrides that for you. Now let's go deeper, because this is what most owners never realize. Have you ever watched your cat sleep on you so deeply that they don't react to small movements? Not fully alert, not half awake, just gone. Most people see that and think it's peaceful, but here's what's actually happening. Your cat is entering a state they normally avoid unless they feel completely safe. In the wild, deep sleep is dangerous. It reduces awareness, slows reaction time, leaves them exposed. So cats naturally stay in lighter sleep cycles unless the environment is completely secure. And yet, when they're on you, they go deeper. This is where it becomes emotional, because your cat is doing something that goes against survival instinct. They're choosing vulnerability, and they're choosing it with you. Remember earlier when I said if your cat ever suddenly stops sleeping on you, don't ignore it? This is what I was talking about, because something that meaningful doesn't just disappear without a reason. Have you noticed your cat sleeping on you less or not at all? Maybe they've moved to a different spot. Maybe they avoid contact more than before. Most people assume it's just a mood shift, but here's what's actually happening. A sudden change in this behavior can signal stress, discomfort, or even early health issues. Studies on domestic cats reveal that changes in sleeping patterns and social closeness are often the first indicators something is off. And here's where most owners get it wrong. They ignore it, because nothing seems seriously wrong. But your cat doesn't communicate with words. They communicate with patterns. So when a deeply ingrained behavior like this changes, it's not random. It's information. So the next time you notice that shift, don't dismiss it. Pay attention. Because the same trust that once brought them to you might now be asking for help in a different way. So, when your cat sleeps on you, what are they really trying to say? It's not just about warmth. It's not just about comfort. It's not even just affection. It's trust. It's safety. It's vulnerability. It's your cat choosing you as the one place in the world where they can fully let go. That's not a small thing. That's not just a habit. That's a bond built on instinct, memory, and emotional security. And that quiet moment when they curl up on you and fall asleep, it was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.